In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to make great sounding chord progressions in any key with little to no background in music theory. I feel like when a lot of guitarists try to learn this, they find the circle of fifths and stare at it for probably about 30 seconds before giving up on the idea altogether. It does look complicated. The good news is that you do not need the circle of fifths to make great sounding progressions, and I'm here to teach you how. Let's be honest, just playing random chords does not work. You might get lucky sometimes, but usually it's just going to sound bad. So by the end of this one video, you're going to be able to make up your own chord progressions on the guitar in any key that sound great, and you do not need the circle of fifths to do it. So if you're skeptical, I don't blame you, but have faith, and in a couple minutes it will no longer be a mystery. The only background that you need is a very basic understanding of the major scale. We're going to start in the key of F major, which contains the following notes: F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Now, if you're not sure how I just did that, found the notes of the major scale on the E string there, then go watch part 1 of my major scale lessons and then come back, alright? So, we know the notes of our scale, and if you look in the description of the video, you're going to see a series of Roman numerals. Now, this is the template for making chord progressions, and no matter what key you're in, it's not going to change, alright? What the Roman numerals are, they correspond to the notes of the scale in order. So, the 1 is the root note, and the 2 is the second degree of the scale, and so on and so forth. So now all you have to do is apply these Roman numerals to whatever key you're working in. The uppercase Roman numerals are major chords, and the lowercase ones are minor chords. So for F major, we got this. F is major, the 1. Second degree of the scale you can see is lowercase, so the second chord is going to be G minor. And the third note, A, you can see is lowercase, so that's going to be minor as well. The fourth note of the scale, B flat, you can see the 4 is uppercase, so it's going to be major. Fifth note, you can see, is going to be major because it's uppercase. Sixth note, you can see is minor. Now, the only one that is different is the 7. I'll spare you the theory, but all you need to know is that the 7th chord is diminished. Alright? Now, this is the easiest way for you to play this. The 7th degree of the F major scale is E, and the way that I'm playing this is 12, 10, 8. And that's your diminished chord. So if you're working in another key and you need to make a diminished chord, say B diminished, you would just start on the B here. Do the same thing. Alright? So that would be for C major. Alright? But back to F. So the 7th degree of the scale is diminished, and then you wind up back on the 1, which is major. So I'm going to go back over that real quick. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, major. Alright. Now all of these chords are going to sound good together. So just experiment with different combinations and see what sounds good to you. As long as you follow the Roman numeral template and you have the right chords as major, the right chords as minor, pretty much anything that you pick is going to sound at least decent. You know, some combinations are going to sound better than others. There's real classic combinations that sound great. You've probably heard of like a 1-4-5 or like you know, 6-1-4-5, whatever. Those are all going to sound really good, but I would encourage you to just try different stuff and see what sounds good to you. And yeah, honestly, that's really all there is to it. For major chord progressions anyway. minor progressions are slightly different, and we're going to talk about them in a later video. So this is really just one of the many ways that the major scale can help you a lot as a musician. So I hope that if you have not seen my major scale videos and you don't have a great understanding of the major scale, that you'll go check that out, because yeah, it's really going to help you, and this is just one of the ways. So yeah, that's all you need to know. I'm going to do this in another key real quick, so we'll do it in G major. So you know the intervals for the major scale, so you know that you got these notes. Alright, you with me? So the 1, G, is going to be major. The 2 is going to be minor. The 3 is going to be minor. The 4 is going to be major. The 5 is going to be major. The 6 is going to be minor. The 7 is going to be diminished. And then you wind up back on the 1, which is major. Now, I'm playing these all as bar chords, just because I think that that's the easiest way to sort of visualize the, just, you know, the way that it works. But you really don't have to do that. Once you figure out what your chords are, you can play them as open chords, you know, as long as you're playing them, you know, major or minor, you know, however they're supposed to be, depending on what key you're in, then it's going to sound great. This is just kind of a way to figure out which chords are going to be in that specific key that'll sound good together, and you can play them however you want. Alright, so yeah, I hope this video helped you. If it did, then like, subscribe, favorite. I'll see you next time.